guys, welcome back once again. For those of you that are new here, my name is Evie, and welcome. Today we're going to be playing a little bit more of our Planet Zoo challenge playthrough. I have recently just got... Sorry, let me play, because look at these majestic beasts, okay? The Bengal tigers, I swear, they're my new favourite animals at the moment. Ugh. I swear, I'm pretty sure every single animal that comes into this zoo, I'm like, they're my favourite. I love them. They're the best. But seriously, like... What is happening here? Are they mating? By the way, there's two of them now. While I was fixing a little bit of stuff off camera, okay, it's now pitch black, apologies, a female one popped up into the animal training, so I snaffled her up before she disappeared. So you haven't missed too much, but I did snaffle up a female Bengal tiger while I was fixing the eating area. Okay, I'm even thinking I might try and, at some stage, make this habitat ever so slightly bigger. Let me just double check that it is okay. Oh, actually, they've got an extra 200 square meters than they technically need, so I think I might leave it for the time being. I might do some renovations at a later date. What have we got? Vet research is complete on. The tiger's completely done? Hell yeah. Okay. Is that everything that I've got? Okay, let's get Kevin just researching some stuff. Same with Mallory. Habitat cleanliness? I swear to God, if this is the peafowls. Of course it's the peafowls. How many do we have in here? Holy fuck. 14 juvenile peafowls. Okay. The vet needs to be called for one of them because there is a infected animal here. Is that an infected baby? How did I end up with so many? Okay, let me just pause this game for a second because I have 14 babies. I thought the elderly ones would not have been able to breed, but for some reason, I feel like there's even more. Oh my God. There is too many peafowl, okay? Too many for this enclosure, surely. The enclosure's not even big enough for them now? Is it because because I put the foraging box down? I don't know. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to redo the aardvark enclosure and the peafowl enclosure because really they're not the best enclosures that I have done. Also, I feel like I've improved a fair bit since I did the bear. I just want to revamp it all pretty much, but I will show you the little eating area that I changed. Now, I highly recommend that if you have a path system that works for you, but may not be 100% exactly how you like it, but you've already done so much work around it, don't change it. It's a nightmare. So I individually placed all of these rocks down here, okay? It took me a little while. It looked good. It was a nice little fencing option that wasn't really a fence, and it lined perfectly. And then I decided to try and change the path. And lo and behold, now it doesn't fit, and I cannot be bothered changing it yet. Ugh, that's so infuriating. As well as this log one here doesn't fit. But we're gonna, look, we'll deal with it at a later date. So obviously I've changed it a little bit here. This is now the eating area. I went with an Africa theme because it just seemed a bit fun, funky and fresh because the other one was a bit boring and I don't have any of the other themes unlocked yet. So it's a nice little eating area with a nice big open plaza. I mean, I probably could just throw some normal seats with the cheap beef and the loony balloons going on. Speak of the devil, I didn't realize until the other day when I was playing it, you can pop their balloons. I can follow people around the park. Like, see this lady here? Whoops. Your balloon has popped. I'm so sorry. There will be a little Bubba pangolin in May next year, so look out. Hell yeah. What is going on? Diseased animal. Oh my God, there are so many diseased animals. Can somebody fix them, please? Holy sweet. There's $10,000 worth of donations in that. We are still making some serious cash money, so I feel like I'm happy with how the park is running at the moment, but I think it's time to do our next build. So obviously I'm going to make people have to walk through here to continue on with their adventures. 7,000. Hell yeah. Oh my. They are just throwing cash at this. Hell yeah, Bengal tiger. Okay, we're just going to have to let the peafowl do their thing. If we lose some peafowls, sadly, we're going to lose some peafowls. There is not much I can do about it at the moment. They seem to just have a mind of their own, and I've tried to stop them breeding. Actually, you know what? Take me to the peafowl. You, my friend, contraceptive. Okay, now we do have a fair few conservation points, credits, whatever they're called, so let's see what other animals we can get. Let's do some red pandas. I feel like that could be a good way to go. We've got a male and a female there. That'll be perfect. Let's get a nice habitat built for them. I could nearly, instead of going through this way, go back over towards the bears and potentially do a habitat just here. That might be something we can work with. Do a nice little viewing area just down here and then come up off the top of this bridge and swing around and be able to view them from the top as well. So let's see what we can do. Let's get the barrier going. Let's do a little bit of research on them. They need 220, they need to be able to climb 40 meters, they don't need any water. Needs to be grade 2 climb proof. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem at all. Let's check out what barriers we've got. I actually think we've got a new couple of barriers, but I think we might be able to just go the red brick to match up with, of course, the pangolins. Okay, let's go something along the lines of that. Now, because the red pandas are actually quite shy little critters, I don't want to give them too much viewing area. Like, I might do a nice little platform up the top that swings around here as well, so you can view them from up the top and down the bottom, but I don't really think I want to give them viewing access points all around. Okay, now that I get most of the barrier is done, I will just speed through the actual terraforming and the filling up with natures and bits and bobs. So I will do similar to what I did last episode, and I'll be back with you afterwards. Okay, so I ended up manipulating this terrain ever so slightly. I decided they need water. I mean, what animal out in the wild doesn't have water near them? I don't think there's any. So I decided, screw it. Although they don't need water, I'm chucking some in. I also put in a lot of rocks because you know I have a problem with rocks. It's an addiction and I need help. But I'm throwing some ivy around the outside there and also covering in their little sleeping area with ivy as well. I thought that'd be nice, make it a little bit more secluded for them, make them feel a little bit more safe when they are in there. And then just filling in their little sleeping area with a lot of rocks and plants and all that jazz as per usual. Now I also do something so sneaky and so original and make a climbing structure on a tree. I also then just throw in some pre-built ones because I figured that that's probably the best ones to go for because I am no builder. I'm not good at it yet. I don't know what I'm doing. And then just throw in some bamboo around the edges because why the bloody hell not, you know? Next we go in and just add as many plants as we possibly can. Add some bamboo up the top just to try and make it all one. Now here comes something that I've never done before. This is me trying to build, pretty much. I'm not a builder. I've never really attempted to build any kind of structure in this game before other than the basic stuff. So this was a long process. It probably took me half an hour or so to build, and it's not anything special by any means. If you are wanting some really good tips and tricks on how to build, this is not the place for it, but I will leave some videos linked down below where you can find some amazing tutorials, tips and tricks and whatnot on how to build actual structures. Now, looking back on this, there's heaps of flaws and I probably need to go back in and change them, but I was pretty damn impressed with my efforts here. For somebody who's never built anything, I mean, it looks okay. It somehow all matches together. Also, because I am doing this in challenge mode, I haven't actually unlocked all of the kind of decorative items yet, so when that does happen, I think I will be able to expand my building abilities ever so slightly, add some more details and stuff like that because I am limited with what I do have at the moment. But I did have the Africa theme unlocked. Now I do believe red pandas aren't from Africa, but I decided to go with that theme anyway, and they also don't have a red panda sign. I mean, what is going on here? Why is there no red panda sign? I have a bone to pick with you, Planet Zoo. But overall, it's not too bad. I mean, there are some things I would like to change, so I probably will in the future go back and tweak it ever so slightly, but I mean, for now, it gets the job done. And there we go, voila, finito. Okay, so this is my little red panda exhibit. This is the little habitat itself. Got a nice little climbing area there attached to a tree. I mean, it's nothing fancy, it should get the job done. I am by no means a good designer. And then I've got my first ever building that I've ever built. It is so basic and it took me so long. But, I mean, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start with the basics. And, I mean, it's okay. I've done worse. I've done much worse. Let's pop those bad boys into their enclosure. I'm not 100% sure on what terrain they need, so I won't be able to manipulate that until they are in there. Okay, but let's get some more rocky doodahs over here. The Bengal tiger is about to mate. Oh, hell yeah. We're about to have a little bubba. A little baby pangolin. Hell yeah. I haven't seen one before. How little is it going to be? There it is. Oh my god, it's got a slight different coloration as well. It's so small. It is teeny tiny beanie biny. Little boy Jolo. Ah! I cannot handle that cuteness, okay? Okay, that is nice to see that it can go all the way up the climbing structures. Okay, perfect. I really don't need to change anything about that whatsoever. I will, however, get about researching it. That's what I was going to say. Okay, so that one plant is apparently annoying them, but everything else is fine. They are mates, so that is nice. That is good. The enrichment just needs to be a little bit higher, so let's see what we can put in their habitat for them now that they should be fully researched. Oh, they do get a little pinata one. A restraint feeder. And what else have they got? A frozen blood pumpkin. Nice. I think that's all that's for... Actually, I didn't even check, but I'm assuming that those ones are for the Bengal tigers. The black bear is about to have offspring as well. Oh my god. Again, there's so many babies. Like, I'm taking it as a compliment because it means to me that the animals in my park are happy. They're happy to pump out some offspring. They seem comfortable. Should you be going in the water if you're about to have a baby? I feel like I probably need to get rid of some of the bears too if there's about to have another offspring. And that bear just did a big old poopy. There it is. What a cutie patootie. Okay. But sadly, that means that we're going to have to get rid of one of our other black bears. Fangy, we're going to have to release you to the wild. I'm going to miss you, Fangy. Do the protesters ever think that maybe they're making the animals more stressed by being there? Okay, so one of our mechanics has finished doing the barriers, so that should mean technically I think we can get two-way glass now, which is definitely much nicer. Happy with that. You know what? I think I'm just going to take the ability for them to walk in the enclosure out. I'm going to pause it. We're just going to delete the path. Okay, those people are now trapped in that enclosure. The little pangolins should be much happier now. But with that being said, I'm going to move some of their little kind of toys more to the window side so people can in fact see them much better. Okay, people seem to be using the enclosures pretty well. What are we talking? A couple of $100 here and there. Perfect. That's pretty much what we wanted. Everything seems to be going okay. Now I have a sneaky suspicion that if you leave the like exhibit animals a little bit too long without checking on them, end up with a lot of animals, and I have a sneaky suspicion that that is what has happened here, and I was correct. Look at all those god damn babies. Okay, so I select the ones that are captive birth and say release to the wild. Done. Let's get the next one, which will be the common death adder. Let's release those two to the wild. But let's just watch our little red panda for a little bit. It's going to use the little termite mound or food forager or whatever it is called. But thank you guys so much for hanging with me today, helping me build this zoo. It's been an absolute pleasure. I am addicted to this game, okay? It's all I think about 24/7, which is kind of a problem, but also not a problem. But thank you guys so much for hanging with me today. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you do not miss out on the next... Sorry, it was doing something cute and it caught my eye. Thank you guys once again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!